Hi, I'm Martha Rizala, and I'm in your physiological psychology class, and I'm going to be showing you the different structures and functions of the sheep brain. Okay, so we get started now. So I did a mid-sagittal cut right here with the scalpel of the on the brain, and I'm going to focus on this half of the brain to name the structures and functions. So first, I will use the probe to show you specifically. And the first part is the frontal lobe, which is right here. And that is the motor functions, planning, reasoning, and judgment, and impulse control center. Next is the parietal lobe, which is up here on the top. And that it focuses on cognition, information processing, pain, touch, sensation, speech, and visual perception. Next is the temporal lobe, which is located here on the side of the brain. And that is the auditory perception, memory, speech, and emotional responses. Then we'll go here, back here of the brain. And this is the occipital lobe. And it's the function for the eyes, which is the visual perception and color recognition. So I just described the 5 lobes of the brain, and next is this cerebrum. The cerebrum is this entire top part of the brain, in which is the determination of intelligence, personality, thinking, perceiving, and producing and understanding language. Then I'm going to show you the cerebellum, which is this little section right here, this little smaller section of the brain. I can show you this view. And this is the regulation and coordination of movement, posture, and balance. Next, I will show you the brainstem, which starts from here all the way down to the end. And that is the basic life functions such as breathing, heartbeat, and blood pressure. Now we'll get more specific in sections of the sheep brain. So this right here towards the end is the spinal cord. I don't know if you can see it, it's really small. And it conducts sensory information from the body to the brain and conducts motor information from brain to the body. Then right next to it is the medulla, which is right here. And that is the coordination of body movements. Next to it is the pons, this little curve. It has a little curve right here. And it's the arousal, controlling autonomic functions, relying sensory information between the cerebrum, cerebellum, and sleep. And then next we have the hypothalamus, which is right sort of next to it, right here. And this is what regulates food and water intake and regulates sleep and wake cycle. Right above it, we have the thalamus, right here. And this is the motor control, and it receives auditory, somatosensory, and visual sensory signals. Then we have the optic chiasma, which is right here, this little tiny one. It just sticks out, this little curve right here. And that is the crossing point of the optic nerves. Then we have the pineal gland, which is right up here. You could barely see it, but it's really tiny and I'm pointing at it. And this is, which is an endocrine gland that secretes melatonin hormone, and this is what plays a role in sleep, aging, and the reproductive system. Then lastly, we have the superior colliculus, which is right below it, and it's this part I'm pointing at. And this is what tracks and localizes objects with the eyes. So that is all the 15 structures and functions of the sheep brain. Thank you so much for watching.